marketing? Well, for our purposes, marketing is creating an identity, a recognizable brand, and associating that brand with our organization, Assistance League of St. Louis. Communications is how to get that message out to our identified target audience. Simple question, very complicated answer. It's taken us 35 years to develop name recognition here in St. Louis. We are definitely not an overnight sensation. After being a member myself for 15 years, it's only recently that I can expect our name, Assistance League of St. Louis, to be recognized when I bring it up socially outside of our membership circles. You've no doubt heard it said over the years that Assistance League of St. Louis is the best kept secret in St. Louis. This is not a criticism, nor is it demeaning. It's simply been a fact that had to be admitted, owned, and addressed. It's the reason we've educated ourselves to understand how effective communications and marketing strategies combine to get us on the proverbial A-list. We took being a best-kept secret as a challenge, a wake-up call. It was an incentive, not a liability. Our leaders were committed to developing effective marketing and communication strategies. We didn't just add marketing to the communications title in 2014 and 15 without the substantial commitment that it required. We also realized and accepted, however reluctantly, that exploding technology was the real secret that would be the key to marketing communications for Assistance League in the 21st century. New technology that was a necessary tool to compete as a professional organization was painstakingly introduced to our members. Along with it came expected anxiety and trepidation. But our members were given the education required, along with plenty of hand-holding and patience. Step by step, members learned from tech-savvy IT members who shared and communicated their skills. It was a long process that paralleled the advancing technology affecting every other aspect of our lives. Let's take a look at our marketing communication history unfold alongside the technology evolution. And actually, it's been a revolution. In 1988 and 89, we had a speakers bureau with a slideshow. We mailed our professionally written community updates, later renamed Community Connection, to 3,500 homes. In 1991 to 92, John Pills promoted us on local TV news, and in 1993 and 94, Willard Scott shared our Gingerbread Village story on the NBC Today show. We also participated in Old Newsboys Day, a time-honored annual community fundraiser. In 1996 to 7, Dave Murray from Channel 2 and Show Me St. Louis Channel 5 visited Gingerbread Village. And our library displays and TV features continued, and we also published our very first annual report. In 1998 to 9, we advertised Gingerbread Village on Dearborn's grocery sacks, and Primetime Treasures' 10th anniversary was advertised on both radio and TV. In 2004, our internal chapter publication, Arch Notes, was updated with a more professional format and color photos. In 2005 to 6, Community Connection was mailed to 2,800 homes, and our annual report was mailed to 1,800 homes. In 2008 to 9, Operation School Bell was featured twice on Channel 5, KSDK, and Ladue News covered the Fall Gala and Authors Brunch for the first time. In 2010 to 11, the cover of Town and Style featured our 25th anniversary celebration, and both Ladue News and Town and Style covered Authors Brunch. In 2011 to 12, Peter Max, the psychedelic pop artist, designed the front cover of Town and Style, featuring Operation Schoolwell with our chair, Yolanda Perez Cunningham. And that's Yolanda with the picture, the signed document that was bought at the Imagine auction that year, hanging proudly in her home. In 2012 and 13, we created a website committee to investigate the development of our own website. After an exhaustive search and many budget discussions, we hired the local firm Tuva in Kirkwood to help us create our own website. National Assistance League had previously created their template for all chapter websites to use. We decided to be masters and designers of our own website, and we faced plenty of micromanagement from National Assistance League along the way. But we were determined, and we were not deterred. We needed the creative freedom and control to manage our own website. It was a long process. In 2012 to 13, we also hired Switch to produce our first video to visually tell our story. Again, it was a long process and an expensive budget decision. The video debuted at the 25th anniversary gala, and it served us very well for 10 years. In 2015, marketing was added to the committee title, as I said. So Marketing Communications Committee was the emblem of a stronger and multifaceted committee. It wasn't just a longer title. We embraced the necessity of marketing, along with the requisite technology, to end our secret existence and put Assistance League of St. Louis front and center in the St. Louis community. In 2016, the Publicity Committee and Speakers Bureau became Public Relations, and Assistance League of St. Louis now had membership in 3 chambers of commerce. Jane Foley and later additional members became a regular presence at these chamber meetings. Excuse me, those are mine. Jane gave over 100 presentations in 2017-18 alone. Jane recruited Assistance League volunteers to staff the concessions tent and hand out our fact cards at numerous summer Chesterfield Chambers Faust Park concerts. Members greeted and interacted with community families there and at the Ellisville Safety Fair in the fall. In 2016 to 18, Vicki Mers was VP of Marketing Communications, and she brought Susan Gallagher on board to help us forge a stronger Assistance League of St. Louis brand and branding presence in St. Louis in our community. Susan had recently retired from a professional public relations career in St. Louis, and she educated us in public relations. Finally, the long, arduous process of developing and launching our own website was completed, and Assistance League of St. Louis achieved a new level of professional internet exposure. National Assistance League finally paid respect to the St. Louis chapter for our courageous and impressive venture. After all, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Many of our website innovations were adopted by National Assistance League. Members from the U.S. State Department visited our headquarters after learning about our organization from our own website. In 2018, the development of our advisory council began with Jane Hargrim. This began a new significant step to widen our presence in the St. Louis business, educational, and philanthropic community. Not only marketing communications, but the entire chapter has gained from the experience, the guidance, and the connections that these partners provide us. With the help of these professional community leaders, new doors opened to us and new relationships were established. Discussions with our advisors also resulted in the creation of an email publication, a quarterly donor newsletter, Alert, to keep our donors informed and updated. We're not afraid of change. The technology evolution inspired us, and we keep our eyes focused on the future. About this same time, we realized that Fantastic Finds and Assistance League for too long had existed in silos, side by side, but not connected as one organization. We began an effort to brand the organization as one under the umbrella of Assistance League of St. Louis. The Marketing Communication Committee was committed to this goal and was essential to get it done. We realized that we had to internally communicate as one organization as well as externally. Externally, it began with getting our logo and name on the Olive Street Kiosk Monument sign outside our Belle Reve Plaza shop. That sounds easy, doesn't it? It was not. Not at all. Internally, the development of a management team at Fantastic Finds with a liaison to act as an ambassador to the board of directors was equally critical. It is not magic that this past year, Fantastic Finds received the St. Louis Magazine A-List Award. The best retail shop in St. Louis. It's the culmination of years of hard work and members with skills in sales and marketing. I believe a key factor in this success was the conscious decision to identify Assistance League of St. Louis and Fantastic Finds as one and the same organization. We're one. Focusing on this and working together helped brand Assistance League of St. Louis and Fantastic Finds as one single entity. And it took marketing communications along with the team at Fantastic Finds to get this done. Ongoing technological advances and the necessity of a presence on social media were rapidly expanding, and the team at Fantastic Finds learned how to effectively use Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to market and advertise and sell. Their incredible increase in sales year to year is testimony to this. With all the members who are here from working at Fantastic Finds are on their team, please stand. You deserve a medal, but at least applause. They are an incredible group. Another facet of technology that transformed marketing communications photography was the introduction of cell phone cameras. That was quite a plus. Our long-standing efforts to tell our story visually and effectively capture what we do became infinitely easier because of advances in cell phone cameras. Cell phone cameras have augmented the work and efforts of our photography and archives committees. The 35th anniversary timeline is testimony to the detailed records and history that we keep. Some methods of keeping records have definitely changed. Remember those new member handbooks we got way back? And the tomes, the huge committee and board procedure manuals we carried around? They're practically obsolete, replaced now by thumb drives, which are less threatening and pretty easy to carry. The Graphics Design Committee has an integral role in visually communicating who we are and what we do. The professional work that Sandy Thal and her committee do is a visual signature of our chapter. Before Sandy, Elaine Katowski was an artist in residence, and you remember Elaine's Imagine in 2016, Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Wow. Debbie McConnell is our tireless Energizer Bunny. and her incredible team of creative worker bees on the decorations committee outdo themselves event after event, year after year. We just have a few examples. Finally, I want to give my heartfelt tribute and preview into next month's literacy presentation. Books from Friends, BFF, has given thousands of books to readers of all ages in our community. And every one of those books proudly carries the Assistance League of St. Louis logo inside. Now that is marketing and communications. But this is the pin that we all wore for a long time. I am Assistance League. The greatest marketing tool we have is you. You are Assistance League of St. Louis, and I know you're inspired by the past and focused on the future. Thank you.